proof that Black fathers are essential to thriving families and communities. So please welcome me in introducing Dr. Quincy Boyd Green.
Look! This is the eye of the trenches!
It's important to me to give honor and praise to where it's rightfully due, and that's the God of justice and the God of righteousness. You know, if I look around the room today, this is a beautiful crowd. The beauty is connected to the divinity that exists within each and every one of us. When I think about the roll call that was given for the divine eye, right? And it's important to acknowledge that in the moment that we are currently in, it's important for us to unite because we have to close ranks right now. The community is always more important than the individual. And that's something that our community has always known. And so in the moment that we're in now, I just want to start my remarks by acknowledging that, but I also want to acknowledge and say thank you to the T. Rose Educational Foundation for this honor. I wasn't expecting it, but I'm grateful for the opportunity to be considered an honoree. When I started doing this work 4 years ago at Fathers, Families, and Healthy Communities, I came back home to Chicago because I wanted to serve my community. I vacated my post at Duke because I understood then what a lot of folks are coming to terms with right now, that truth and justice are under siege. And we as a community have to unite, come together, and not just build communities, but we have to strengthen our families in the process, because that is the most important community that we have. And that's the work that we do at Fathers, Families, and Healthy Communities. I oftentimes tell folks that when you deconstruct the word healthy, the base word is heal. And so our work is to help our men and our fathers heal, and once they're healed, then we can help them build. And it's also important to note that I'm building on the foundation that was laid by the founders at Fathers, Families, and Healthy Communities, one of which is seated with us here today, Joseph Mason, and I'll be remiss not to acknowledge him as one of the founding members of Fathers, Families, and Healthy Communities, and I would also be remiss not to acknowledge some of the members of my team who are with me here today, because I'm a brain, a heart, and spirit, but I need them out in the field actually doing the work. And so I appreciate you all more than I can express through words in this moment. And then I also would be remiss not to acknowledge one of our community partners, Chicago Grid, and Brother Rasan, for their willingness to open the doors to us as we were thinking about expanding the program to the west side of Chicago, specifically North Lawndale. And so I recognize that we have a tight schedule, and I can stay on this mic for quite some time, but I don't want to belabor the point. I just want to say thank you. It's an honor, and I appreciate the award. But awards are important because that is the recognition that you receive from man and woman in this case. However, we have to keep our eyes on the reward that we can only get from God. So I want to leave you all with that, because our shared humanity is being tested in this moment. And we need to get to a point where we recognize that for some of us, we may have to sacrifice a safe seat at the table of comfortability and roll our sleeves up and be willing to go on to the battlefield of justice. So thank you.